everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, this is actually like a part 3 of the ETUDE House Fixing Tint because they have already released number 1 to number 9 and now they have released additional 3 colors, number 10 to number 12 for the new season. So without further ado, let's get the review started. As I mentioned before, I have done a full detailed swatches comparison video of number 1 to number 9. So if you want to pause this video and watch the other 2, please check them out and I'll put in the description box below, because in that video we'll have like comparisons of the colors as well as like the swatches, what else, the review, I guess, the must-haves, everything you want to know is in there. This video will solely be just talking about these colors and a bit of like comparisons of the previous colors as well. These are the new season color and straight away you can see that they have very similar color toned. You can see that there's a lot of pinkiness and possibly just like one coral shade, but a lot of them is more of like a cool tone side, which I feel like cool undertone. This is semi-matte for me. It doesn't feel drying at all, and because I have dry lips, I actually still feel like this is very comforting. And I did mention in the other 2 videos that there are some colors that do cling on to my dry patches, but surprisingly these 3 colors actually don't. So I'm not sure why. I don't think they've changed the formula, but I actually feel like it's a little bit different from the other colors, so I didn't have to explore anything and didn't actually accentuate my dry patches at all, which honestly I'm actually very surprised. And again, in terms of the texture and the application, it is so easy to apply. It is great for gradation finish, it's great for fuller lip, which I love fuller lip finish, and again it's comforting for dry lips. In terms of the whole mask proof and the smudge proof and the longevity, it is still the same, where it is very long lasting, it lasts for a long time, including eating and drinking. It is also mask proof. Obviously you have a little bit of excess here and there, but again it doesn't completely remove the tint, which actually makes it long lasting, and it's still hands down the number 1 mask proof tint for me still. Like, that's how good it is. So without further ado, let's get started with the swatches, and in between I'll add some like comparison swatches as well in between, so you guys can see the differences with the previous ETUDE House Fixing Tint colors as well. First one is number 10, and this one is called Smoky Cherry. I would have to say out of all these 3, this would be the brightest color in this collection. It's definitely screaming out spring light. Really reminds me of like cherry blossom season, you know, like the sakura season, but again obviously this is like much more dark pink compared to like cherry blossom petal, unless you compare this with, you know, the really dark cherry blossom. That's how I see it. And again, it's very vivid, it's very corally like, and it's very neon if you're trying to look for something really bright. But again, it looks really nice on my complexion. It doesn't make me look pale at all, which I honestly really like. And number 11 is probably the darkest one in this collection, and this one I would have to say it's very similar to the Cranberry Plum, which I'll put like side by side comparison so you guys can see too. But the way I justify this is that this is more pinkier and more lighter compared to Cranberry Plum, because Cranberry Plum is much more darker and much more mauvey purpley, but this one you can see more of that mauvey pink side, but again much more muted and much more calmer as well. And I guess it's more like a rosy mauve shade, which I actually really like. And again, this is much more cool tone, so if I want to go for something lighter and not too dark, I would definitely go for this one, but I still love my Cranberry Plum. Last but not least, surprisingly, this one, number 12, Salmon Break. When I've seen reviews, a lot of people say that this is very orangey light, it's very salmon-y light color for them, and again a lot of people did say that this is actually a very unique shade. I definitely have to agree with that, but at the same time, when I first put this on, in my expectation I was like, oh, it might look really pale or too orangey for me, because I'm not really a coral orange person. But when I actually put this on, surprisingly, I honestly felt that this was like a MLBB shade for me. I was really shocked because I don't see much of that salmon orangey light for me. I actually do see more of like that brown with a combination of orange, and also surprisingly with like a pink undertone, which probably that's why I felt like it was like a ML BB shade for me. And it just looked very flush, like in a good way. It just blends out really nicely with my natural lip color, which that's why I thought it's like my ML BB shade. And I honestly love this color. Like, yes, it's unique, but at the same time it's not unique for me, if that makes sense, because if I want to go for something natural, nothing too heavy, something that matches with my lip color, this would be it, surprisingly. And yeah, I really like it. Overall, I'm really happy with all of these 3 colors. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys have tried these 3 colors before. But again, I'm so happy with all of this. And obviously you can play around with all the combination. Like for me right now, I'm actually wearing number 10 underneath and layering a little bit of number 11 on the top, but you can't really see. But you know, like, even though you layer it up like with different colors or combining it, it doesn't feel heavy at all, even though it's supposed to be like a matte finish, and that's what I love. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye guys.